Why don't you do your news, Wes?
All right. The news today is some good news. We'll start out with some good news here. If you like to sell stuff on Reverb, which you do, you sell all kinds of stuff on Reverb. A lot of people were nervous that they were going to see the selling fees rise, and that's because Reverb's parent company is Etsy. And most of us know what Etsy is. People sell things they make, like jewelry or just about anything. You can get and build an Etsy store super easy. But tons of people who make the stuff and sell it on their Etsy stores are on strike right now because on Monday, Etsy raised their selling fees from 5% to 6.5%. That's a 30% increase. And so people super angry about it. Sellers are on strike. So everyone was wondering, oh no, is that going to happen to Reverb? And a spokesperson for Reverb told Guitar.com that Reverb has no plans to raise their prices. So hallelujah, they won't be raising their prices. They say Reverb operates independently and there are no plans to increase the transaction fee. Etsy acquired Reverb in 2019, and about a year later, they did end up raising the selling fee from 3.5% to 5%, and musicians at that time were definitely not happy about it. And so a lot of people were scared that it was going to happen again, but it's not. Etsy tried to justify the fee hike back in 2020, saying it will enable Reverb to make substantial investments in marketing and customer support and seller tools aimed at attracting more buyers to the site and raising the visibility of Reverb sellers. So I don't know, did you ever notice that their quality got better or that you were getting more hits on your guitars or anything back when they raised the fees?
I've never sold anything on Reverb.
Oh, you've never sold anything? Oh, interesting. I thought you've sold something.
No.
Oh, well, good for
I've
you.
got a set of strings on there. I've got all my... I've got 100.
No,
100.
no one's bought your lot of 120, 10,
14s and 10s. Nobody's bought them yet.
Oh, interesting. I was under the impression that you have sold stuff.
You have. No, you didn't. Your landlord's guitar.
Oh, I did post that.
Yeah,
I did post that a while back, but I got like one person that was interested, and they did not end up biting on that. All right, so we're always talking about guitar auctions here.
Hey, wait a minute before we go any further about Reverb.
Yeah.
What cracks me up about this is even them raising the thing. What is their overhead? You know what I mean? Posting a web page and maintaining a web. Why do they have to raise their rates? It's not like a supermarket where their costs of goods, their labor goes up. Well, their labor might go up in Reverb and stuff. But it seems to me that why would you... I wouldn't even mess with that. 5% is plenty. When you talk about the millions and millions of dollars that go through that company, it's like, give me a break,
Yeah, it's not like you really, I mean, the seller does all the work by posting all the writing and all the pictures and.
That's right.
I mean, all they're doing is selling advertising. That's why I was curious whether you noticed more people going to the site and checking stuff out, but you wouldn't have because you're not a seller. But that's what they tried to say they were using that extra fee with, is that they were going to promote Reverb more and get more people coming to the site through marketing.
Okay.
But I mean, that's something. How could you can't track that?
I know.
How can you?
I remember when the first time I saw Reverb was at I think the Dallas or Arlington Guitar Show. Do you remember, Gail? There was one guy in a 10 by 10 booth with just a table there, trying to get people to get with Reverb. Now, they've got to have the biggest booth at the NAMM show, and why they're even at the NAMM show is beyond me. I guess people list new stuff there, but yeah, it's crazy. They have grown so much. I mean, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see somebody start with nothing, create an idea like that, end up building it up, monsters, and then they sell it to Etsy. I don't know what they sold it for, but I would imagine a chunk of change.
I bet you that was a big transaction right there.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
and I mean, it makes you wonder too if you could just start a new one.
Why not?
And charge 3%.
Well, before Reverb, there was Guitar Bass. Guitar BASC. That was the very first one that I remember. And I actually sold a couple. I won a guitar in a guitar competition once. Remember that guitar? I won
was it an Ovation?
Yeah, and I sold it. No.
I cut your guitar off.
Okay, well, good, because I'm always finicking around. So, yeah. Now, they went, I don't know what Reverb did differently, but guitarbase.com just didn't take off the way Reverb did.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder if like you could start a new one of those and make it slightly different. Like there's all kinds of new kind of eBay-ish sites out there.
Right.
But W.C. Ray Robin there says that Reverb has terrible customer service. Have you had to use their customer service at all?
I have used it once, and I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. But I tell you what, Reverb favors the buyer.
Right.
And if you're a seller, some guys will not do Reverb anymore, because what is happening is guys will get a guitar, and you'll see them on some of these unboxing things that guys get a guitar. Oh, I bought this on Reverb, and they're unboxing it, and they're looking at it, and they're nitpicking every little thing, and then he says, I'm going to send it back, and it's like, it's.
And then who pays for that shipping? The seller, probably?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I think.
Or does Reverb?
No, I think the buyer has to pay for it. I'm not sure on that, or it depends on the arrangement. So it's a little.
You've never had to send a guitar back?
No. What I have had to do is call up the seller and say, "Hey, this thing is. I'm gonna have to take it to my luthier to have this fixed, or I've gotten guitars with bent tuners and stuff, and I think you can't unbend a tuner. Once it's bent, you go to bend and it just snaps. And so I said, I got to get new tuners. Can you help me out on the price? And they'll do that. I've never sent one. Oh, excuse me. I did send one back. I bought a Guild C100, something like that, of a thin body guitar. And I got it, and the neck was off at an angle like this, instead of, it was going like this. It was like, I looked one look at it, and you go, there's no way you can fix this. And I wrote him back and said, this thing the neck needs to be taken off and reset. And so I don't want it. And so, yeah, I did send it back. And they were very understanding. They so whatever.
Yeah. Buzz there says that buyers do pay for shipping there.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about Reverb there.
But
I was saying,
I've got one more thing to comment. Sorry, Wes. On these unboxing guys, like they get millions and they get tons of hits, and they'll unbox a guitar, All right, let's say they buy a vintage guitar for $5,000. They get it. It costs them $100 to ship it back, and they end up doing their little video on it, and now they're generating income. And then they're sending it back. It's kind of funky.
Well, that's just a scam right there. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
buying it knowing they're going to return it, right?
Yeah.
Buying it just so that's what you should do. You should start buying a bunch of L5s and stuff, and we'll do videos on them and be like, that
It just really didn't turn me on.
it just like, wasn't what I was expecting.
Wasn't as described.
Yeah. Robin Ray there says, if the return is approved by Reverb, seller is responsible for return shipping.
Oh.
So I guess if you complain to Reverb and be like, hey, look, this is not what I asked for.
I see.
Which that makes sense. That's kind of good.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, are you
Yeah,
any
I'm
last
done. Go ahead.
Reverb
I'm sorry.
comments?
I'm sorry.
So we always hear about these guitar auctions. I've featured several of them, and there's a couple more notable axes hitting the auction block here coming up soon. One of them is this guitar. This is Kurt Cobain's Fender Mustang, which he used in the music video for Nirvana's hit song "Smells Like Teen Spirit." You're a big Nirvana guy.
Mm-hmm. I love them. Didn't they do that Tony Orlando cover, Tie a Yellow Ribbon? No?
I don't.
Okay, all right.
I don't think so. Oh, I just passed it. Anyway, so there's the guitar there. So the reason I bring this up, this is a Lake Placid blue model with the kind of those stripes on it. Kind of cool looking.
Bitchin'.
Price tag. They think Julian's auction says this thing is going to go for $800,000. And it goes on sale May 22nd. So get your credit cards ready, people. So you might think $800,000 is a lot for a guitar, but that's actually nothing compared to the guitar right there that Cobain played during the Nirvana MTV Unplugged appearance, which was a super popular thing. They made an album out of it. So get this, in 2020, that Martin D28E sold for more than $6 million. $6 million. It set a record for the most expensive guitar ever sold at an auction.
And that's way beyond any of the Beatles guitars.
Yeah, look, it's got those cool knobs right there on the top.
Oh yeah, well, that's why.
So anyway, yeah. So the $800,000 is it's a bargain price.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So you can go ahead and get that. Another cool item that will be upcoming in that auction is Cobain's '65 Dodge Dart.
Nice.
They're not saying how much that thing is going to go for, but that's a cool looking car. Of course, I love darts because I had a '68 Plymouth Valiant, which is a cousin of the Dodge Dart.
Yes, that's true.
And so, yeah, I got my eyes on that Dart. That'd be a pretty cool thing, especially if it's around 200,000.
You probably want the two-door version convertible, though. You don't want that one. You don't want a four-door.
Yeah, but then I couldn't say that Kurt Cobain owned it.
Who?
Kurt Cobain, the singer of Nirvana.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How did he die?
He shot himself. He was a depressed guy, which
that's so sad.
a lot of the proceeds from that guitar are actually going to these mental health organizations. So
that's
it's not
neat.
like Julian's is keeping all the money or somebody's getting all the money. They are contributing a large chunk of that to some mental health nonprofits that help people who are depressed, like Kurt Cobain was.
That's sad. That's so bad.
That was a shock when he did that. I mean, they were like the biggest rock band ever at that time, you know.
Right.
And so when he shot himself, it was a huge deal for sure.
Were they from Seattle?
Yeah, they were kind of the
they were the
start of the grunge
right,
flannels and power chords and that sort of thing. And the drummer, Dave Grohl, is, of course, still going strong with his band Foo Fighters, who
Oh,
their drummer
I didn't
actually
know
just died a couple weeks ago, which was also a huge shock. They were in Brazil, I want to say, on tour, and he was found dead in his hotel room, sadly with a lot of drugs around. So
Wow.
presumably a overdose there. I don't think they've announced what happened, but Taylor Hawkins is his name.
Nice. You like that dart?
Yeah, I do. So anyway, let's stick to the auction news. So Ace Frehley from Kiss. You're a big Kiss guy, right?
Yeah.
He's auctioning off 2 of his Les Paul guitars that he played on stage at the 1996 Kiss reunion tour. And
there's that dart again. Oh, wow, look at that.
And here's the first one is this 1996 custom Les Paul Cherry Sunburst. But one of the pickups is rigged up so it shoots smoke out. So this is definitely something you need for your collection. This is coming from the auction house, Gotta Have Rock and Roll. They say on the auction page, quote, "We are warning you now. Do not push or tinker with the control knobs on the guitar until you read the enclosed letter Ace wrote. You might cause serious damage to your home or office if you accidentally set off the mechanism." So apparently it comes with these handwritten instructions from Ace on how to use the thing. But it gets even better because this one, this 1957 Black Beauty, comes with a mechanism that shoots rockets and sparks off the headstock there.
Oh, man.
So imagine having that in here, doing a little guitar demo with that thing.
Flamethrower. Nice.
Sadly, though, there's no rockets included with this one. You have to buy your own rockets.
Okay.
But it is in full working order. So this one's expected to get 200 to sell between $200,000 and $250,000, and the smoking one is probably more in your price range, $150,000 to $175,000. So wouldn't you rather have this guitar than the Kurt Cobain one? I mean,
well, this would be a lot more fun.
Right? Yeah.
I mean,
and you'd save. It's a bargain price compared to the.
Look at how much you'd save on fireworks in
right.
4th of July.
Every 4th of July.
Just take it out to the beach and.
Right. You would definitely have fun with that for sure. So there you go. There's a couple of guitars to put on your wish list there.
Nice.
Although the black one there is a 1957, so it definitely has some vintage value there. So So I'm sure if you bought that, in 10 years from now, you could probably double your money on it. Sell it at.
Well, that's collectibles seem to do that with these rich people, man.
And especially one that's so, it's so flashy and it shoots sparks. I mean, what person's not going to remember that?
I know.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then let's see. Finally, what do I got here? Oh, some jazz-related news. So Joe Pass is featured on a cool live album, but the performances are not new, but it's still very, very cool. It is from the great piano player Oscar Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
It's called A Time for Love, the Oscar Peterson Quartet, live in Helsinki. So this was a performance in 1987 that was just a huge deal back then. The quartet features Dave Young on bass, Martin Drew on drums, and then, of course, Joe Pass on guitar. They play several of Peterson's compositions like Cool Walk, Sushi, and Love Ballade. Anyway, I'm gonna play. I have a little clip of that, so we can check that out real quick. So hopefully the audio doesn't kill you, but here you go.
It looks fine.
So yeah, you got some notes going on there. Is Joe Pass playing a lot of notes right there on that little run?
Yeah.
So the performance also includes several other songs. I think there's 12 songs on it. One of them is a Duke Ellington medley, which includes "Don't Get Around Much Anymore." Peterson and Path both just rip all over that track. It's really a good album. It came out around the end of last year, but didn't get much notoriety when it came out.
You said it's on Spotify?
Yeah, here it is right here on Spotify. So if you guys subscribe to Spotify, you can go check it out. It's really, I'm not the biggest jazz fan, but man, this is some really, really good, really impressive stuff for sure. A lot of people call it a must listen for any big jazz fan. Mm-hmm. And Joe Pass's solos are obviously awesome. His tone is pretty sweet too. There's a jazz pianist, Benny Green, who had this to say about it. He says, "This live recording of Oscar in his epic prime is a heaven-sent time capsule of beauty and serves a glorious addition to the jazz pantheon itself, a stunning testament to the music." So make sure you check that out. It's right here on Spotify. It's definitely really, really good for sure.
Cool. Thank you, Wes.
Yeah. What do you think Joe Pass was playing right there? What guitar? Do you know?
I think that was his signature Ibanez.
Yeah, it sounded good. Definitely sounded good.
Yeah, Joe was great, wasn't he?
Yeah, let's see if we got any comments here. I have a Mustang I'd sell for half of that. Robin said.
Mustang car?
I believe he's talking about Cobain's thing.
A Mustang Sally?
W.C. Ray, $1 million is the new 1,000. Boy, that's the truth there. Robin says he has an amp that shoots smoke out like that.
When the transformer goes. Yeah.
Ann says it'd be nice to play some jazz with rockets exploding from your guitar. So
it would be.
There you go.
You know, I think it'd be. Mine would be just one of those. You remember those snakes? You know, the little black pill, you light it and the snake comes out. Maybe if I could get fret markers with those on there.
Yeah, you know what?
Sparklers.
Oh, Tommy Huxley says Kurt Cobain was a left-handed guitar player. Yeah, I was not sure about that. So then was he playing a right-handed guitar? That is why it's upside down?
Well,
the knobs were on the top?
He might have just put those knobs on the top.
Right. Those knobs probably don't even do anything, to be honest.
Well, they don't. They probably don't. I don't know.
You know what you should do, though, is for your guitar with Fireworks, you should put a Piccolo Pete on the end of it, and then go to town.
So, yeah, turn my guitar on.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, we could always just tape a sparkler to your to the red L5.
Yeah.
That'd be good for sure.
Yeah.
I bet you that video, if you did that video would get a lot of hits.
A lot of hits
on YouTube, so it'd probably be worth it. And it's red, so 4th of July. Yeah, so sounds like a plan.
Hi, Rich here again. I just wanted to say thanks for checking out my videos. If you like it, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and sign up for those notifications so you can see all the cool guitar videos we put out each week. If you want more lessons right now, I have hundreds of them at guitarcollegelibrary.com. Check out our low-price monthly streaming memberships. And if you want to learn jazz, check out my course, Jazz Guitar Improv. I take beginner jazz players and get them playing awesome solos on the fly. You'll see the link for the JGI course in the description below. Hey, thanks again for watching my channel. We'll see you again real soon with a new video.